Hey Virgos, this is Perigaea Tarot. I am here to do your reading for today. Sorry that it's a little late coming out. I had to work late. I'm actually not done with work yet today. It's like 10 o'clock at night. So let's ask the universe, how does my Virgo's person, the person that they're thinking about, how does this person feel towards them? And what are their intentions towards Virgo? A little wax on the table. Oh wow. How do they feel towards Virgo, and what are their intentions towards them? I'd say they definitely are looking for an opportunity to reunite, but with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, I almost sense that they're waiting on word from you. I feel like this Page of Pentacles in the reverse represents you. They're waiting on a cue from you, whether this is appropriate or called for or not. They've decided this, and I almost sense it's because they're nervous to reach out. They're scared. They maybe think that you hate them or you're angry with them, kind of thing. And so they've decided that, okay, well, I'm just going to wait and see if they reach out to me. Temperance in the reverse. Yeah, they're anxious. I'm sensing this could be a situation where there's some sensitivity to time. Like maybe they know that they have sort of like a short amount of time in which they can reach out to you, maybe mend things. There could also be an issue here regarding someone drinking too much. Yeah, with the Two of Cups in the reverse, this is someone who's really afraid that this love is over, that they've betrayed this relationship too much for it to be restored. They're afraid of that. Doesn't mean that it's true. So, universe, how does my Virgo's person... Oh my. This is the intention of at least one party in the situation. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's them. It could be you. It could be that they know that either you expect commitment or that you are worthy of commitment, or maybe that you want a high level of commitment. We'll get more details about this as we go on. Yeah. Even if it's slow going, because this came out kind of, I'm not sure if it should have been in the reverse or the upright. Even if it is slow going, this person they are still invested, and their intention is to communicate. They'd like for it to go quickly, even if it isn't at the moment. So, universe, what can you tell me about Virgo's person? Okay, and how do they feel about Virgo? What are their intentions towards Virgo? Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles again. All right. Okay, could be dealing with a Pisces or a Capricorn. You know, I feel like this is your card on the very top. Okay, yeah. Okay. How does my Virgo's person feel towards Virgo? Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right, so underneath the deck, Seven of Cups in the reverse to the King of Pentacles. So this is someone who I'd say, I'm not. They could be an earth sign, but what I'm sensing even more from this King of Pentacles is someone who desires to match your energy and feel as if they are good enough for you. With the Seven of Cups in the reverse, they could be in some trepidation about wondering how they can accomplish that, or maybe they feel as if they know that you're the one for them. There is also a possibility that they feel as if they don't have, like they have slim options, or sort of like slim pickings. Any of these things could be your situation. Just take it as it resonates. With the Star to the Two of Wands in the reverse, this is someone who they're really on, it's like they're on the edge of their seat wanting to stand up and do something in this situation. They're very anxious, and they know that they've already taken maybe too much time. They're trying to keep the faith and believe that you will show them grace or forgive them. And I would say that they definitely see you as an ideal partner, as their wish fulfillment. But they're very nervous about this. They're very nervous because part of them is trying to believe, and then the other part is like, a little being a bit more realistic and maybe a bit more pessimistic. Yeah, with the death here to the 9 of Swords in the reverse, they're so afraid that it's over. Something that the pessimistic side is like, yeah, man, of course that's how it is. And then but the 9 of Swords is them just trying to avoid, to be avoidant and not think of that, not face that emotion, and sort of not necessarily convince themselves that they're certain that it's going to work out, but just like they're trying to avoid that desolated feeling that comes from the 9 of Swords. So yeah, here with the 8 of Swords in the reverse to the 4 of Wands in the reverse, this is someone who's trying to come out of, you know, their own head. They're just trying to, like, I almost feel like hope, you know, it depends on the situation, but if even if hope is valid in this situation, hope is what's keeping them on the edge of their seat. And so it's almost like just, you know, giving up and saying, oh, well, no, it's not going to work out, and just giving up brings them out of some level of peace and kind of out of their head about the situation. And so I sense that this is them, you know, maybe doing a bit of that, acting like, oh, well, no, well, then I'm just going to give up, you know, but not because they actually want to, but because they feel like it brings them out of their anxiety. Because with the King of Swords in the reverse here, yeah, I feel like it's almost feels like self-deception. It feels like they're deceiving themselves because they're so in their heads about this. All right, so let's go into this. Yeah, the Hangman. This is someone who, you could be dealing with a Pisces. This is someone who is really, they're scared that an end is inevitable, and so they're just trying to delay it. They're trying to just like put it off, so that they don't have to, you know, face the crushing ending, the crushing emotion of that ending. Whether it's real or not, it's almost like they're so stuck in their head. We have the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. So this is somebody who definitely, you know, is very stressed out. And then we have the 7 of Swords in the reverse to the 5 of Cups in the reverse. Again, I feel like this is someone almost trying to outsmart the situation, or really themselves, because they're trying to outsmart grief. They're trying to outsmart loss. You know, they're trying to avoid experiencing these emotions that are, you know, of devastation. But in truth, with the Knight of Pentacles, they're hoping, I'm sensing that they're hoping that if they just hold on, and maybe if they delay things for a while, that they'll have a chance and they can come back in, and they can revive things with you. Maybe if they keep investing or show themselves to be stable or continuously invested in one way or another, they're hopeful that they can regain your trust. With the Devil in the reverse to the 4 of Cups, this just feels like someone who knows that they've behaved wrongly in the past, and they feel like they deserve rejection for it. But I feel like it's almost their own, that could be true, but I feel like it's almost more about their own bondage and their own being in their own head and their own sort of self-condemnation that makes them feel that way. It's not necessarily, they're just very stuck in their head, this person. Very, very stuck in their head. But here we have the Sun to the High Priestess, which is you. And I feel like this is the reality of the situation, that it's like, it's actually not so bad. You know, maybe if you come in correctly, you know, I'd listen. You know, it's kind of like there's all this darkness and all these shadows. And then over here, it's just like, zing, you're like, it's okay. And they're not seeing that. But I think what this is saying is that they're hoping that the moment that they come in contact with you, they're going to have the sunshine of clarity, you know, sort of come over their mind. So yeah, let's get you guys an oracle card. Universe, what can you tell me about my Virgo's person and how they feel about Virgo? You've triggered me. Interesting. Yeah, so this person could be someone who has a lot of sort of defenses build up around their genuine emotions. Maybe the level of vulnerability and intimacy that they either felt with you or that they felt the potential for with you, you know, because the High Priestess is very, very intuitive and very deep, very, very spiritual. It's just something that's triggering a lot of sort of past garbage that they have used to cover up their real emotions and to protect themselves, you know, to keep themselves on that lower level rather than the higher plane of, yeah, of transcendence, of breakthrough into that true place of connection to the inner child where one's real heart can shine out and shine through, and you can be really very found by real love, by the genuine, by finding someone who truly loves you, who is a genuine ally. They're just kind of alarmed because it's forcing them to relinquish control or to enter a zone where they sense that they'd have to relinquish control. And so they are, you know, all their defense mechanisms, including, you know, scuttling the whole thing by virtue of their own negativity, is coming up because it's a protective mechanism to just be like, oh, no, it's not going to work. You know, if you force something to not work, then not only are you protecting yourself from potentially getting hurt or having to open up and be real and get rejected, but you're also convincing yourself that you are in control. So, all right, so universe, how does my Virgo's person feel about them? I am the man. So this could be somebody who, I'm sensing what this is somebody who really likes to feel like a sort of like a really sexy big shot in a romantic dynamic. They don't want to feel needy or dependent, at least not in the beginning. They want to feel like they are very valued and valuable, and, you know, that they never mess up, and they're super sexy and they don't have any vulnerabilities, and, you know, definitely could be dealing with like a Leo. We have the sun here. That's a Leo energy. Not to insult any Leos or anything, but this feels like somebody who's hoping that maybe their vulnerability will dissipate over time and they'll be able to feel a little more full of themselves, kind of, if they wait longer. Oh gosh, this is somebody who is very, very sexually attracted to you, and they're thinking about it like a lot. They're probably spending a lot of time thinking about you alone, if you know what I mean. So let's move forward with this and get some clarifiers, shall we? Okay. So what is this Hanged Man into the Ten of Swords? Yeah, this is somebody who definitely wants a revival with you. They don't want this to end. Yeah, they're just really, really hoping that, and it's a big deal to them because we have 3 major arcanas right here, and then we have, you know, several in the reading so far as well. There could be some level of purging that they are not, that they're fighting, is what I'm sensing. Yeah, definitely. Could be dealing with a fire sign, definitely. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is somebody that their pride is important to them. You know, their sense of pride is very important to them. So they could definitely have an issue, you know, humbling themselves, apologizing, or facing rejection. Also, you could be dealing with someone who is an Aries, Pisces cusp. What is this Ten of Swords? Yeah, they're worried that it's over with you, Virgo. They're so worried, and they really do value you so much. What is this Ten of Swords? Is there anything else? I think that's it. Okay. What is this Seven of Swords in the reverse to the Five of Cups? Yeah, they see you as so valuable. They really do. To them, you're really like the best. And so this is leaving them in a situation where they're like, how could I handle losing the person who is the best? How could I handle that? You know, basically, I need to I need to succeed in this. I need to succeed. Yeah. And you know, I need to make this work. I need to find a way. And so, you know, if they're at a loss for figuring that out, they're just like, okay, well then I'm just going to delay things for a while. I'm just going to step back. Is there anything else for this? Five of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, they're definitely invested, and maybe they feel they want to offer you something, but they're so afraid of it not being enough. You know, they're so afraid of coming in and offering you something and then having it not be enough with the 10 of Swords and the 9 of and the 4 of Cups. I'd say that they feel inadequate. They feel like they're not good enough. And here you are again. Let's get another card. Universe, what can you tell me about my Virgo's person and how they feel for Virgo, and any advice? Whoa, okay. Oh, that's a Joker card. Sorry, guys. What can you tell me? Self-love. Yeah, this is someone who, if this is a cross-watcher watching, or if this resonates that you are this person, then, you know, I would try to take care of yourself, you know, watch your inner dialogue and definitely filter it and give yourself a break, you know, because I really do feel like a lot of this sort of torment that this person seems to be experiencing is really self-inflicted. And so I feel like, yeah, I feel like finding a way to just, you know, watch those thoughts and take it easier on yourself. Also, you know, get out more, so you're not just completely in your head. You know, if you're spending too much time alone or too much time on the internet or something, you know, go out and take a nice walk, you know, be active. Also take time to, you know, meditate and do breath work. That will help give you peace. Oh, okay. So what is this Knight of Pentacles to the Judgment? Yeah, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So this could be about a gift, a financial gift maybe. Maybe this person feels like if they can come in with enough of like a financial offering, that it will somehow charm you into being like, well, okay. You know, because there are certain ways that we can compensate someone. You know, if someone feels like they like, you know, they were let down by someone in a practical manner, well then, you know, investing financially in some degree with a gift or something like that, you know, can exhibits that you care and that you're invested in that person, you know, because, you know, our money is one of the things that we, you know, many people take the most seriously in their lives. And when you invest that, it shows that you truly care. So, at least in most cases. What is this Knight of Pentacles to the Judgment? Emperor in the reverse. So there could be a tendency, they could be dealing with an Aries. And we do have Emperor and Empress here. There could be, for some of you, it doesn't have to be all, but there could be a tendency here for this person to maybe try to use money as a bit of a, you know, way to twist your arm, or maybe kind of encourage dependence. What is this Knight of Pentacles to the Judgment? Knight of Wands in the reverse. So there definitely could be a motive for some of you of this person just feeling as if their virility has taken a blow. And there could still be some bad behaviors, even if they are coming in as a financial support. I sense that for some of you, not all, there is, if this is your person, if this resonates for you, there's someone who they offer gifts financially, but then they don't offer what they should in other ways. It's almost like a way to try and compensate, or a way to try and create a dynamic that doesn't allow you to acknowledge or to bring up the things that they do wrong, say emotionally or in terms of loyalty, because they might guilt trip you about money. You know, it's kind of like using money as almost as a weapon, using gifts as a weapon kind of thing. What is this Judgment? But not for all of you. Oh, what is this Judgment? Page of Wands in the reverse, yeah. So this could, you know, for some of you, this could be about a power dynamic type of thing. where someone wants to come in and revive things just so that they can prove that they weren't rejected. Again, that's not all of you, but for some of you, there could be a dynamic of that. So watch out for that. Three of Cups in the reverse. You know, this could be saying that for some, not all, that there's the potential for a person who isn't really motivated by a desire to genuinely revive the connection. They just want to come back in so that they can be the one to reject you. They want you to open back up to them so that they can choose to reject you. I'm sensing this could be someone, you know, there could be a person for some of you who likes to flirt around, maybe go to bars, hang out, drink a lot, and they don't I wouldn't say that they necessarily do anything with people other than, but they flirt, you know, they like the attention, and so maybe feeling vulnerable about you. Yeah, because this looks to me like somebody who's like, never mind, I don't want it, and then rejects the love and then just, you know, gives up. And so there could be for some of you a person who does that.